Hello everybody, it is Nick here, and I have some pretty good news. Now, I emailed PayPal. I was going to call them, but I ended up emailing them. And one of the representatives answered a while later. Or no, I sent them an email like in the middle of the night, and then, they replied to me like later that day in the afternoon when I was at the hospital. So, because we went to go pick up my stepfather. So, he had to stay there for a few nights. Anyways, so they reply and, they told me, well, you should call our customer service and, you've taken these steps to, make sure your item is paid for or whatever. So I email her back, because, yeah, it's a woman, and I say, well, my question is, well, I told her first, I said, first off, I was really disappointed with your guys's, your telephone service, I should say. Because the guy, I could barely understand. He put me on hold a few times, then hung up, and I really couldn't understand what he was saying. So, yeah, I told her that. So I was a little disappointed. Well, I didn't say little. I was disappointed in their customer service on the telephone. And so I told her, well, my main question to you is, how do we prove that this item has been, confirmed to be delivered? Because, the tracking number no longer works. It gives me an error. It says like it's not available, like tracking information isn't available for this product in Hungary. And I don't know if I said this before, but I checked the tracking number like a couple days ago, and it said, well, it was in Hungary, waiting for the buyer to pick it up, and which my friend already did. So, yeah, since that wasn't updating, and since we didn't buy it through eBay, the seller can't leave feedback since there's no way to do it on PayPal. So, I asked her that, and then, before I know it, I get my money. So, I get it. I get it. She said, well, I'm sorry that, you had a bad experience with us. I've taken a one-time courtesy, whatever that means, to, move the money to your account. So, it was like, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Because they could have been, they could have been assholes. But they weren't. So, I do appreciate that. Anyways, let me open up the email. It's right here. Hang on. So, hang on. Appreciate you're okay. So I'm gonna read the whole thing. Okay, sorry. If you don't like it, just don't watch this video. Dear Nick Colada, good day. I hope this email finds you well. I appreciate your time writing us back about the payment that you received. I can sense the importance of this for you. Let me assist you. Nothing to worry, Nick, as I have resolved your concern. I personally apologize for any delay. I went ahead and released the funds for you as one-time courtesy since you have been a valued customer for PayPal or of PayPal for almost 3 years already, which is awesome. I forgot, because I started buying on eBay in 2012, and I'll never forget the first thing I bought on eBay. It was Widget for the NES, which, again, is one of my favorite NES games. Anyways, so you have my assurance that your money is now available for you to use and be transferred to your bank account. It's my pleasure resolving this one for you, and I hope I was able to provide you an excellent customer service experience. And she did. Oh, but it turns out it's not the same woman that I emailed before. This is actually a different guy. So their name is, well, it's a guy's name, I think. I knew people in school who had this name. I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to go into, hey, I don't want my name showing on there. So anyways, so yeah, it's a different person. I'm sorry, I did not realize that. I just read the email, and as soon as they said they had my money in my account, I was like, yes! And I got excited. So, okay, I will admit that PayPal Sucks video, I'm probably going to get rid of it because I was kind of wrong. And I have contacted them before, and they have been pretty cool with me. So it was, the only thing that was, like, the worst problem I had with PayPal was that, when I was getting my account registered, because I had to register my card with them, and they said, well, you have to prove, who you are, which, rightfully so, so I scan my driver's license, I give that to them, and, still, they don't do anything after a bunch of days, so I finally called them, I'm like, hey, this is ridiculous, and they're like, okay, and then they were like, hey, thanks for letting us know, well, we're going to get this taken care of immediately, and they did. So, okay, I was wrong about PayPal, okay, just sue me, okay, I don't know. But, so, with that out of the way, that is great news. But, I have horrible news, because Five Nights at Freddy's was released for the iPhone today. Well, some say it was yesterday, but I read that it was today on Apple's page for this game. So yeah, I was checking the App Store at like 3 in the morning, and to my surprise, I saw Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and it's like, oh! I got excited, and it's like I had to check whether this was legit or not, you know, because there are some phony things that are on iTunes or on the App Store. So I downloaded it. It was $3. I don't have a lot of money, but it's like $3, not a big deal to me. So I downloaded that, and I got through the first 4 nights without getting killed, but 5th night took me like 20, 30 attempts until I finally beat it. And then the 6th night, and I'm not saying this out of exaggeration, it is literally unbeatable. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, in the PC version, if you watch my videos, you'll know that when the animatronics, you know, they stare at you, like come up close to you, and you have to put the mask on right away. So, when they do it in the PC version, they only do it for like, I don't know, 5 seconds, I'd say, and then they go away. However, in the iPhone version, they do it for 10 seconds. Or it's near that amount, I'm sure. I'm going to clock it and put an annotation here. But, yeah. Now, the problem with that is that there's a bunch of problems, actually. First one, Foxy can get you. And second, this is the main one. I don't know why I didn't mention this first, since it's the main one. But anyways, the puppet, you won't get a chance to wind him up all the way. And if you wind him up for too long, guess what? Foxy's going to kill you. Or one of the other animatronics if they come out of the air vent. So, pretty much, Scott Cawthon made Night 6 unbeatable. Well, I don't want to say Scott Cawthon made it unbeatable because he probably didn't realize it. I'm pretty sure he probably just tried like the first 2 nights and was like, hey, this looks good. I'm going to release it. And, I was excited for it. And besides this little shitty problem I have with Night 6, I do like the port. If people are debating whether to buy it, yeah, buy it. For $3, it's a great deal for, your phone. You can play it on the go. Get your... I like having brown stains in my underwear when I'm on the go. And this game does just that. Anyways, no, in seriousness though, I do think it's a great port. There are a few drastic differences though. For example, the mini games, of course, are not in this one. And the cutscenes through each night are not in there. And there's also some other major differences. For example, Toy Bonnie. When you put the mask on, he doesn't, come in and do this, instead, he just stays in the air vent and then eventually goes away. Yeah. And also, when there's someone, you know that there's something moving in the middle hall that, you can't use your flashlight on it. Well, here, when it happens, you use your flashlight and it makes that sound, like when BB comes in and disables her stuff. So, at first it's like, oh shit, did he get in? But then it's like, oh wait, no, that's just the game. So, there's that. And trying to think of other differences that there are. But I can't really think of any. Oh, well, the flashlight. Well, you use the control key to turn it on, the computer version, right? But in the iPhone version, you get this square in the middle. It takes up about like, half the screen probably, like 1/3 of the screen. And you press it and it'll turn on the light. Now when you go to view it in the cameras, the block moves to the left side of the screen. So and at first, the first time I play it says like tap here to use light. It's like, oh crap, it's gonna say because it kind of impairs it does impair your vision because you can barely see what's behind the text, and then eventually after the first hour it goes away. So that's good. I thought it was gonna stay there, but it didn't. I heard that on the custom night too, you cannot set their AI levels. So that kind of defeats the purpose of custom night, because if you can't customize their levels, I'm pretty sure it's because the screen's not big enough to show all the characters and their AI level settings, but still, I think like you should be able to like at least like scroll through it, like use your finger to scroll through the screen or something. I don't know, just my opinion. So overall, I'm very disappointed. Now, I did send Scott Cawthon an email and let him know about this bug. Now, whether he sees it or replies to it, I doubt it. But if he does, hopefully a bunch of people will get together. I tried letting people know on the wiki, and they really don't give a crap. So, it turns out not many people care for an iPhone version. And after seeing this port, I could kind of see why. If they're going to put an unbeatable level in there. And that's another thing. Now, I don't care if I spend $1 or a fucking cent, as little as a damn cent, on a video game. If it's going to have an unbeatable level, I would like a refund, okay? If it's not going to get fixed. Now, if Scott Cawthon's going to fix the game, then that's great. I would really appreciate that. Now, another thing too, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, it took, in the PC version, it took approximately, give or take, a minute and 25 seconds for an hour to pass. And in the iPhone version, it took 44 seconds, or, you know, again, give or take. Now, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on the PC and iPhone, they both take a minute and 8 seconds. So that's another problem too. I made it to 3 a.m. on night 6. That's the farthest I've made it. Oh, and another difference I forgot to mention is that Mangle does not make his sound. That radio sound or whatever. But anyways, so, like, I can understand if the animatronic stared at you longer because, like, it was, you know, it's faster to complete in the iPhone version, but it's not. It's the same exact thing as the PC version. So I really do think this is a bug because it's pretty much like the PC version except, you know, this. And of course with graphical differences and a few other things, but those to me don't really matter. Now this bug or whatever does happen on night 5, but the bots aren't as aggressive, so you don't have to worry as much. Now again, I died a lot, but here on night 6 I could safely assume this is an impossible level. And I know impossible, because I've played 2020. Not on the first game, no. But, yeah. So, I'm probably going to try Cupcake Challenge later tonight on the PC version. We'll see what happens. You know, it depends. I don't know. And again, this is the first day, I believe, that the iPhone version has been out, so I'm going to give Scott Cawthon a few days to fix this bug. I'd really appreciate it if he did. I would really hate to want to get a refund. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and peace out.